What's up guys, SkittleRampage here. So today we have first looks at the next wave of Bleach Funko Pops. So let's check it out. Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. So today we finally have first looks at new Bleach Pops. You guys have been asking and pleading the last 5 years for all of these characters, and they're finally here. Now, before we jump into all that, though, we have our question of the day as usual. And since this is a Bleach dedicated video, the question of the day is, what is a Bleach Funko Pop that you would love to see Funko make outside of the ones we're about to talk about? Alrighty guys, so we have about 10 new Bleach Funko items here, and I'm just going to take these one by one, kind of talking about each individually. Also, I did want to mention I will be sharing these new Bleach first looks over from Pop Home's Discord, so thank you so much to them. Alrighty, so first up, we have a very exciting one, and that is Aizen here. Aizen has finally entered the chat. So this is actually Aizen's first look as a Bleach captain before he goes rogue and does all that crazy stuff. However, still a really great look for him, but I think a lot more people would prefer his more Chad Aizen look, as I like to call him. What I like about this pop is the fact that he does have that kind of menacing, ominous look in his face and eyes. I think that was a really nice touch. And of course, we'll eventually end up getting his look that we all know and love, but for now, again, this is a really great choice. Now, next up, we have Chad here. So Chad was exactly how I thought it was going to be, just kind of like a simple and slight action pose there with his arm up. The arm looks very detailed as well. Can't wait to see kind of the final product there because, of course, this is just a concept. But for Chad, I think they pretty much nailed his character. Next up, we have Orihime here. So Orihime is kind of nice because she's actually in an action pose. I was afraid they were just going to kind of have her standing there, but she is going like this. Unfortunately, she doesn't have the fairies kind of flying around her like I originally thought it might be, but it is nice that they at least have them in her hair, kind of like as a hint that, that's coming. I think that would still make for a really great exclusive variation in the future as well. Next up, we have Uryu here. So Uryu is actually really cool because he does in fact have his bow. He does have a glow chase here though, so I'm kind of trying to figure out what exactly is going to glow on this pop. What I'm assuming here is parts of his outfit and uniform there. Maybe different line portions will glow blue, and then of course his bow will glow blue as well. What I was really hoping for him is that he was going to be in an action pose kind of pulling the bow back with the arrow, and that's what was going to be glowing, but this still is really cool too. What they decided to do here obviously is that he's kind of getting ready to pull the bow back, so I'll take it. And for those wondering, it doesn't look to be an exclusive of any sort. I think it's just going to be a common with a glow chase variation, so relatively easy to get. Next here we have Byakuya using his Shikai there, so you can see all the rose petals around him kind of like flowing around him, creating a base stand also at the same time, which is really nice. So it does kind of look very jumbled up in this concept, but I think the final design will hopefully have a lot more finer details, so very excited to see that. Can you imagine though, maybe a pop moment of him using his Bankai with I believe they're like swords coming out of the ground, like glowing in the dark or something like that. That could be really, really awesome, actually. Definitely endless moments they could do for Bleach. Though I don't think there's any Bleach moments rumored just yet, but let me know in the comments below what is a Bleach moment you'd like to see. Next up, we do have Ichigo here. So Ichigo does actually have this metallic chase is what you're looking at, and will have a regular normal common too. Doesn't seem to be an exclusive either. It will just be a common with a chase. Now this is him in his full bring form, and it does have the markings as you can see. Other than that, it doesn't really look too much different than the other ones. I will say this one looks a little more bland compared to what I was hoping for, unfortunately. And I'm still waiting for pops like Dangai Ichigo or Mugetsu Ichigo. And I do believe we will be getting Dangai Ichigo eventually, so stay tuned for that. Not sure about Mugetsu though, but those two forms look great. Aside from that, I still think this full bring form Ichigo does look really nice. The metallic kind of does complement it. It doesn't really make a lot of sense to make his full body metallic, especially his hair. It's just a weird choice. I think doing a different action pose for the chase would have been much better, or adding some dust around his feet, or, just making him jump up in the air or something. I think that would have been awesome compared to what they did. But like I said, I still think the metallic does have a nice look to it. I'm just a little bummed that the Ichigo pops do look kind of bland. Outside of the Vosto Lorde Ichigo one from EE, as well as the Bankai Chase from AAA, those were really great. But so far, the last two Ichigo pops, in my opinion, just haven't been amazing, wow, because we got the NYCC one and now this new full bring one. I don't know, I'm just not really crazy loving them. Moving along, we have first looks at Kisuke here as a poppin' buddy with Yoruichi. I really do think out of most of these that they just nailed Kisuke's look. I don't know if anybody agrees there, but he looks fantastic. And as you guys do know, Kisuke is more of kind of a laid back, kind of cool style guy, so they really nailed that in his look here. Another one we have first looks at is Yoruichi herself. I am so excited. You guys know I'm excited. I saw this, I was like, yes. We're finally here. We're so close. Yes! And not too long ago, I actually picked up this Yoruichi statue from GEM, so very excited to put the pop next to her. What I am very bummed about is they did exactly what I thought they were going to do. As you can see, it does have a metallic sticker next to it, meaning that this is the one that's supposed to be in a Pop and T bundle exclusive to maybe GameStop, probably. So basically, they just took the common and turned it metallic, which it absolutely makes no sense for a character. I might just buy the metallic one and skip the common. I definitely don't need both, but I'm very excited to see at least how the t-shirt gets. Because if the t-shirt's a really nice design, then I'll definitely opt for the bundle. Also, Funko, if you're feeling a little generous in the next waves of Bleach, you could make her new form. Hear me out, I'm just saying. The final two things we do have looks at do include some Pocket Pop keychains of Ichigo in the full bring form, as well as Kon there. I'm so disappointed we didn't get a full-size pop of Kon. I know a lot of people don't like his character, but personally, I find him absolutely hilarious, and I think a flocked, like, Kon exclusive would be amazing. But I'll definitely settle for a keychain. I usually don't buy the Pocket Pops, but this one's a must. Now, it doesn't stop there, guys. We do have possible exclusives that we could see in this next wave, one being Kenpachi here. So the retailers are kind of unknown for these right now, but Kenpachi's a must, obviously. I hope he turns out amazing. And I'm kind of curious to see who he ends up going. He kind of screams like either Funko Shop or Entertainment Earth to me. Now, another one we possibly have coming is Rukia with a chase variation. I am very curious to see what they will do with Rukia because her original pop pretty much nails her look. So I'm assuming some kind of action pose. And the final one does include Toshido here, which I'm really excited for him. He's one of my favorite Bleach captains. And he is expected to have a chase variation with his Bankai. So the ice wings, I think, will turn out really great. And I think it's supposed to also be a glow. Now, of course, you guys probably want to know, when can we see these? So the last known kind of like release that I heard rumored around was April of this year. So literally not too far. And I think these images are going to be able to hold over a lot of fans until then. So as we get closer to April, I will update you guys if anything changes or if we get a more solid confirmation on things. But for now, that's pretty much everything that's known. Regardless of that, though, this is so exciting. I'm so excited to get a full new Bleach wave because we've just been getting one-off exclusives for Ichigo, and now we're getting so many characters to add to the collection, and it is so long overdue. Now, something I'm noticing with the mold so far, though, is I think Byakuya and Toshido might be the contenders for like Pop of the Year so far, because all these other molds, you know, they just kind of look like the characters. So I'm not seeing anything that screams, oh my god, that is the best pop ever, but only time will tell. Let's see what those exclusives look like. Well, guys, that's pretty much everything that we have to go over today. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys are very excited and if you did enjoy this video, make sure to smash that like button down below and subscribe and click that notification bell if you're new here. I do want to end off the video here by saying a big shout out to all the wonderful patrons supporters of the channel. You guys are amazing for supporting myself and the channel. If you guys are interested and want to check out the Patreon, the link is down below. We have a Patreon-only Discord where we share a lot of information, news, restocks, updates, links, and more. And lastly, make sure to follow me on all my social medias at SkittleRampage over on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and my Facebook page, so you can stay up to date. All right, love you guys. See you guys in the next one. See you guys later. Bye.